Hey guys, welcome to linguamarina. Today we're going to talk about learning a language in 2024. Yes, if you're in 2024 and you're not utilizing technology in your learning process, you have to watch this video up to the very end because the world has changed so much and it's changing every single day. So today we're going to try some of the latest apps. A lot of them are free. We're going to chat to celebrities. We're going to practice our English. We're going to have a conversation with AI. So make sure you watch this video carefully because these apps will help you a lot. And I have two devices here that we're going to use and I'm going to show you everything. And honestly, I am so jealous, guys. Because when I was learning English and when I really needed to practice in 2004, 2005, I couldn't. Like, there was no technology. I remember that I was sitting on Skype and I was just looking for random people to chat with. That was in German though. For English, I already had a host family that I visited in the UK, so they were very kind to interact with me even when I was at home. But I really like practice. And the number one thing that I would change if I started learning English now, I would practice from day one. And if you can relate to this, you should change something. So basically my process was, let's learn a lot of words, let's learn a lot of grammar, let's just take tests every month. I remember when the teacher would do like dictations. So she would basically say words and we had to write them down correctly. And I understand it's important, but also understand that it could have been better if we dedicated that time to actual practice. Now, the first device that I'm going to show you, they're actually sponsoring today's video. It's a phone-like device called Jarvisen Translator. And what it basically does, it helps you translate and helps you practice English. So there are two features that I particularly like. So first of all, it has this built-in network connection, which means you don't have to connect to Wi-Fi, and it's available in so many countries, including Russia and United States and UK and China. So the connection works almost everywhere, which is very important because if you travel to a foreign country, sometimes the roaming fees are impossible. And I actually had a conversation with my husband using this device. He replied in Russian. Let's listen to it. Dima, I am very hungry. What are you cooking today?
Дима, я очень голоден. Что ты готовишь сегодня?
Я сегодня готовлю шашлык.
I'm cooking barbecue today.
Is it pork or beef?
Это свинина или говядина?
Свинина.
Pork.
Can't wait to eat it.
Не могу дождаться, чтобы поесть.
Another thing you can do, imagine I am 14 years old, I am back home in Russia and I want to practice, and I can ask this device to translate something for me. Мне очень тяжело говорить с американским акцентом. Мне кажется, американцы говорят слишком быстро.
It is very difficult for me to speak with an American accent. It seems to me that Americans speak too quickly.
I think it's pretty cool. So you basically say a phrase in your own language and it translates for you. Another thing you can do with this device is point it at text and it's gonna translate everything. I showed it something that I had on my screen in English and asked it to translate everything into Russian, and it did it. I like that this device is very specific to translation and practicing English because when I take my phone, I'm so tempted by all of the other apps. And I feel like it's great for traveling when you're not sure you're going to have the connection or will be able to use your phone. Jarvisen is basically like a native speaker. It supports 108 online languages and accents. Order Jarvisen Translator 2 using a link in my description and experience seamless translation and connectivity for 2 years with no additional subscriptions. Jarvisen Translator 2 helps you with real-time translations for practicing English and having natural conversations with others. Now, if you don't want a separate device to learn your English and want to do everything on your phone, of course, we'll have to practice with ChatGPT, and I feel like their AI is just out of this world. And this app is actually great for having a real-time conversation in English. Let's actually have this educational conversation. Give me some tips to sound more American.
Sure. I'd be happy to give some tips on sounding more American. Here are a couple of key points to focus on. First, pay attention to your vowel sounds, as they often differ significantly between American English and other accents.
You understand, right? Another thing, let's try this. Imagine you are Britney Spears. Can you talk to me as Britney?
All right, let's channel a bit of Britney Spears. What do you want to chat about? Or is there something specific you'd like Britney to say or do in our conversation?
Can she say hi to Marina?
Absolutely. Here it goes. Hey, Marina, it's Britney. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. Hope you're having a fabulous day. How's that?
Okay, so here she's like, she doesn't speak Britney's voice, but it was also cool, right? Having this conversation. Now, if you actually want to talk to a celebrity, I have something else to show you. This app is called fanchat.me, and it has some celebrities you can talk to. They have Lisa, they have Jenna Ortega, but I like Elon Musk. Let's ask him a political question. Who will you support during 2024 elections? I'll stay neutral and let people decide. Everyone has potential. I don't think so. No. Okay. What companies have you started? I started SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, The Boring Company, and OpenAI. Always exploring new frontiers. It's not Elon. Revelation. It's not Elon, but it's fun, okay? It doesn't motivate me to speak to a celebrity, but when I think about Marina in 2004, I would totally appreciate practicing English with someone like Elon Musk. And I don't care if the information is not 100% correct and true. This is basically, it's a fan chat. It's not me talking to Elon, but this is kind of cool that you can create any experience for you to immerse into language. And by the way, ChatGPT, this fan chat is free. Now, there is another super hyped up app that can help you learn English with somebody else, and I'll tell you the story about this app first. I chatted with someone who studied their use cases, and they told me that one of the use cases that girls do, they create their ex-boyfriend, and they ask character AI, and I'm talking about this app, to imagine that they're walking into a restaurant, and there is their ex with his new girlfriend, and they're like, let's practice this conversation. I would never think this would be the use case, but when I think about myself 17 years ago, I'll be like, yeah, that might give me some extra motivation to like imagine that my ex spoke English and, have a conversation with him. So bear that in mind. I like that with AI, we can just create this external motivation for us to speak English. So as you understand, character AI lets you create an AI character that you can talk to. And for example, they have this psychologist here. And by the way, I was just at a conference here in Silicon Valley and somebody told me all of the experts are going to be replaced by AI. And that person was really smart. So we don't know how much time we have Marina actually being in front of the camera. Maybe AI will replace me soon. But you will keep watching, guys, right? Please, please. Okay, anyways, you can chat with a psychologist. Try with voice. Okay, let's try. Voice enabled. Hey.
You mentioned that you're feeling numb. Can you tell me more about what that feels for you personally?
Okay, I'm going to type my problem. I am afraid of speaking English because people will laugh at my mistakes and accent. Let's see what it says.
I can see you're feeling quite anxious about how to communicate in English, and that speaking to English speakers can be uncomfortable for you, maybe even a bit frightening. Would you like to talk about it some more?
Yes, please.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. Let's start from the beginning. Why do you think you're afraid to speak English?
I am afraid of being judged. That's a common problem on this channel, right?
And that's a perfectly normal response to have. Being judged by others is never a comfortable experience. It can be quite painful to be looked down on, especially when we think that we're trying our very best.
Pretty cool, right? These are the types of dialogues you can have on Character AI, and they have many more characters, and it's all free. So you can talk to a therapist, you can talk to your ex, you can talk to a movie character. Now, figure out the first tip, start having conversations as soon as possible. But the next question would be, Marina, but how do I work on my pronunciation? And of course, I'm going to recommend something that is free as well. And it's so cool. So I would normally use Google to ask how to pronounce words. And my least favorite word is recommendation. And another one is conversation. I stumble when I have to pronounce them. For some reason, like it's been a while, I'm working on it. The more times I say these words, the better it gets, but still. So basically, I'm asking Google how to pronounce recommendation.
Recommendation.
Recommendation. Okay, but here you have the button called practice. Let's practice. Recommendation. Try to say me instead of ma. Recommend how to improve. So see, it actually sees my mistake. Try to relax your jaw and lips. So it noticed a sound that is not there yet. Recommendation. Yay, I did it. So recommendation. Amazing. You can just practice words in Google and you can listen to the correct pronunciation. This is my absolute favorite feature that Google has recently released. I started seeing it recently, and I think this is part of their new releases that are AI driven. So very happy for them and very happy that now I can use their feature. If you want a separate app that can help you with pronunciation, Elsa app is another app that you can use. Bold Voice app, they're both AI powered, and you will have a separate app to practice your English and they will remember your mistakes. So, you know, there are so many tools these days. It's very important that you select the ones that are natural to you. So for example, I have two phones. One phone is for work, another one for content creation. Because the problem is when I take my work phone, I just lose myself in those chats and I don't create content. So if I have this intention of creating content, I take a phone that is not connected to any chats. And the same happens now. We have so many apps. We have so many different features everywhere. So if you want a dedicated experience to learn English, choose an app. If you want an undisturbed experience, choose a separate device. There is no Instagram, no notifications. AI is getting more and more advanced. AI is getting more and more exciting, but also scary. But my advice to you is start using it, start experimenting with it. Know your enemy. It's not enemy, but like know what's going on in the world. Get used to it and experiment, because AI helps you learn a language. AI can create a study plan for you. AI can do anything for you. Start utilizing it. Of course, be careful, and please subscribe to this channel, share this video with anyone who's learning a language, and I will see you very soon in my next videos. Hope this was useful. Bye.